Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Up in just a few minutes, we have our Travel Treasures segment brought to you by Navé Travel. And today we're featuring the awesome Amun Starr, known as Peaceful Warrior of Cultural Unification. She's an American singer-songwriter living in Egypt. Her album Origins is best known for Egyptian and Tunisian cultures. She is the embodiment of a real-life pharaonic queen, using her voice and fashion style to convey the energy of ancient times. Famous for being the only artist ever to make music videos inside the most precious landmarks of the world, the Great Pyramids of Giza, Nefertiti's tomb, and Saqqara. Amun has received several humanitarian awards from Egypt in recognition of her sterling work that presents the country as a safe and beautiful place to visit, which it is. Joining her today is the beautiful and talented Lamia Kamel, Egypt's top branding expert and former assistant to the Minister of Tourism. Lamia is the founder of Narrative Summit and PR firm CC+. Impressively, she's also the founder of Flair Magazine Egypt. Today, we're chatting all about American tourism in Egypt, why the sacred destination is so eager to receive Americans, and the cool cultural events taking place within. Welcoming now to the show is the incredibly talented Amun Starr and the impressive Lamia Kamel. Welcome, ladies.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello, me and Amun. How's everyone?
Hello.
Nice to have you on. Lamia, I'm going to start with you. Egypt is currently experiencing record growth as a tourist destination in the post-pandemic scene, with flight bookings skyrocketing and demand for package holidays close to surpassing 2019 figures. With this in mind, it's fair to say that Egypt, the North African nation, is one of the trendiest destinations right now. Why is this so?
Well, first I want to thank you all for bringing me to the show, and I'm very honored and impressed. Yesterday I was at the American Chamber of Commerce in Egypt, and it's an AmCham business integration platform. And I was telling them about the radio station, about iHeart, and everybody was so impressed. You have this huge audience in Egypt, and they're really looking forward to following you more and to listening to you more. Let me tell you a little bit about myself first. I've had American education all my life. American schools, American universities, and I'm also members in several AmCham and American platforms as well. So I personally have this very close tie with American culture. And now I know Amun, of course, who's become a dear friend and a collab with us. So it comes naturally to me to see this huge cultural integration between both countries, because as an Egyptian, as someone who's been educated from an American perspective, I can see this respect that the US has for us and the amount of history that we have to offer to the world as well, in addition to the progressive culture, the contemporary culture that's right now we're trying to push to the world and reintroducing Egypt as this young, dynamic, crazy destination that is ready to welcome everybody from the whole world. So I wanted just to give you this little brief, this little intro to show this, why I'm here and why I see this great integration happening. Thank you. So I started my journey like 17 years ago when I started working in PR. But in 2016, I was hitting my 10-year milestone in PR. And this is when I thought that Egypt deserves a better PR and deserves to be better recognized in the international community. So I founded what is called the Narrative Summit, which is a nation branding platform. We created several editions for the summit, whereby international speakers would come from the global community. Egyptian speakers would come and speak about Egypt, not just as a pharaonic destination, as a historic destination, but also as a contemporary culture place whereby people can enjoy a diverse group of things that they can do in this country. So we started that in 2016, and we're continuing doing that. And I was appointed as Assistant Minister of Tourism and Antiquities in 2021. And my mission among a very big team is to reintroduce Egypt to the world. So basically what I did in the private sector, I had to take it in a storytelling format to give to the international community. So we did a lineup of events like the Mummy's Parade, the Sphinx Avenue. We did all those road shows in Los Angeles with King Ramses II.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So this is all amazing and incredible stuff. I'm gonna get to Amun right now and ask her a few questions, and then we'll pivot back to you and talk about the incredible stuff going on in Egypt. Amun, you're professionally known as Amun Starr, and Amun is the god of the sun, wind, and fertility. Where does your fascination with Egypt come from, and why do you think that tourists, in particular those coming from the West, are suddenly obsessed? And in your perspective, what are some of Egypt's strongest assets?
Oh, that's a lot of questions. I think that currently the West is obsessed with Egypt because it represents roots of humanity that we don't really get to indulge in America because it's such a new country. So anything that takes people back to their roots, that reminds them of the beginning of time, the beginning of civilization, this has become an obsession because we've gotten so far from that conversation. I mean, we're in 2023 in the land of technology. And so anything that kind of takes you back, and it's kind of the same draw that I had, like when I'm here, I feel my own humanity again. I feel like I remember who I am, and my ancestors. And it's just a beautiful place. The culture is really welcoming and there's so much to do here. So I feel like, there's a lot of history.
It's true. And for whatever pull you felt in where you totally moved from the United States of America and settled in Egypt and found a new home is really but it's also extremely indicative of the amazing culture and presence and where you feel like that is your second home, and that is really at the core of this. Lamia, the pyramids of Giza exude an aura of grandeur and mystery, and with their massive size and complex design, it comes as no surprise that they are one of the 7 wonders of the world, and the historical significance not only makes them a must-visit destination, to Amun's point, for not only history buffs from around the world, but everyone else, it also makes them a one-of-a-kind backdrop for renowned musicians. You are a bridge, so to speak, merging talent, tourism, and brands. It seems many American artists come to perform in Egypt. You've had Maroon 5 and John Legend, the Black Eyed Peas, Mariah Carey, Amun Starr. Why is the ministry so incentivized to cross-promote American culture to Egyptians and so eager to receive Americans?
Well, actually, Egypt has been known to be the cradle of civilization. We are storytellers as Egyptians. We've been able to secure our stories and protect them and keep them and secure them and be able to give them back to the world. Our stories are on the walls. They're inside tombs. They're inside museums. And it is something that I think Egyptians were known for forever. And we see that many, many countries in the world, besides America, of course, appreciate this history and appreciate this storytelling and this documentation of what happened early on, as Amun was referring to our history and our grandparents and ancestors. I think with America, because with your creativity and your progression and the fact that the United States is so appreciative of all those cultures and so embracing to the entire world. Actually, you have all this diversity inside America. You tend to really appreciate that and welcome this sensitivity and welcome this respect and appreciation in a country like Egypt. We've seen a lot of American tourists come and appreciate, even if they see the shortcomings, because there are some shortcomings. We have our challenges as a country, but they tend to understand and appreciate and respect it. And seeing this, we felt that with everything happening in America, with the Hollywood and all the movies and the scene, the music scene, it seems to be the perfect platform and the perfect place for us to exchange and see.
It is. And please do tell me about the music scene. Tell me about this amazing event that you're collaborating on with Amun Starr. I want to hear all about it.
Well, first, I was very impressed. It started off with us with Flair Magazine, which we founded. It's a lifestyle magazine which recently won the Luxury Lifestyle Awards in 2023. And I found this beautiful woman reaching out. And see, in Egypt, we believe in energy. And even our ancestors, our kings and queens, the pharaohs, they believed in this energy. And when you love a country so much, and when you love a civilization so much, it loves you back, you know. So I was so infatuated with everyone's love for our country, for our civilization, for our history, and I felt this connection. So as a magazine, we started supporting Amun very much, and supporting her work and supporting what she does. And so when we won this award, Amun was so excited for us, and she wanted to do a collab and do an event together. And we were looking at one of the biggest museums right now in Egypt, which is the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. It's where the mummies parade took place, and where the mummies reside. 12 mummies are currently residing in this museum.
Wow.
It has a beautiful lake, and we're going to have this event in June, whereby many people from the music scenes and from the creative scene in Egypt are going to attend and welcome Amun, and get to know her better, and get to understand the kind of work that she's been doing. And we hope that with this integration, we can have our voice heard in America as well.
Beautiful stuff. Congratulations. It sounds like you have it very well put together. Now, Amun, you are making good on your promise to promote Egyptian culture and tourism through your music. Your song Born in the USA has been #1 on the SoundCloud charts steadily this year. You've won a SoundCloud USA Award, a Hollywood Music Award, and that's just to name a few. You're basically at this point the Egyptian American poster child, and your music is at the heart of it all. Talk to me about this mega 2-day musical event taking place that Lamia just referenced at the pyramids, with you as the main attraction. What can we expect from you?
Oh, I am so honored to be even with Lamia and doing this project. It's such a beautiful way to kind of take everything that I've been doing and show it to the world, show it to Egypt. And, I feel like, because it's such an artist expression, and every artist feels this way, like when you get a chance to really show off your art, your hard work, then it's an exciting moment. And for me, it's really a culmination of the two cultures, because I worked really hard throughout many years of telling people, actually, how the media was projecting things is not actually the way it is. And I love dispelling myths about cultures. I love telling people what it's really like by actually experiencing it. So I really enjoyed this whole journey. It's just been amazing. And it's been welcomed with so many beautiful people. I can't even tell you how much abundance is in the art itself. So the chance that we get to do this together, Lamia and I, because I really honor her work as well. It's just an amazing magazine, and her as a person. So it's a dream come true, to be honest. And the location of the concert itself it has the mummies, the original mummies in it. It's the history that I just adore so much right there. So yeah, I think it's going to bring very high vibration, which is what I seek to do at all times. I like to bring high vibration and high frequency, and change the way we think about ourselves and the way we think about our world.
I love it. This is beautiful stuff. It's a love affair, Lamia and Amun, for sure. We see it here. I can't congratulate you enough. I mean, this sounds like it's going to be epic, this event, and I'm very excited to be part of it. I also have to congratulate you, Amun, about Flair Magazine, of course, and your relationship there, but on achieving the luxury award. That's pretty impressive. We have about a minute left, and I want to hear from Lamia right now. So Lamia, your PR company, CC Plus, and Flair Magazine tie into all of this. You are very calculated, you are a strong business person, and really you are a branding expert in Egypt. People really look up to you, and you've done amazing things in your career. What is it like to be a female business owner in the Middle East?
It has its challenges, but I have to say that in Egypt, there is a movement to push more women and to engage them in like heavy work that has been associated with men's world. In our leaders are very our political leaders and our business leaders are very much adamant on bringing this factor. Of course, there's a baggage of culture that comes with it. There are challenges everywhere, because as a woman, you're responsible for your social life, for your family, whatever family that is, and you kind of have all this on your plate. whereas an Egyptian man would just be focused on his work only. So you have to like manage your work and manage everything else. And it does become a challenge in Egypt. But we have all this support, which is currently happening and currently taking place. And it's a really push for us. I think I take pride in the fact that I have so many women working with me. I have a big team of women. And we all support each other and we give strength to each other. And I think it's very important for every woman who's made it to look at another woman and to push her to achieve her potential. And I think that's what I'm seeing with Amun. I mean, she's looked at us and she's seen all this potential and she wants us to really be big. And taking this as a role model, I think I do the same. I've been doing the same, and I want to continue doing that. And I think with this movement, it's not just going to be the political leadership embracing it, but it's also going to be on the social level. You're going to see it more and more. And if we look at each other as a team, not just as women, but also with men, that we complement each other. We're not here to compete with anyone. We're here to create a beautiful society where everyone has a role and everyone is supporting one another. I think this is the notion that I'm really trying to push forward to. And I think a radio like yours, a platform like yours, a wonderful person like you coming and giving me the space, this airtime to talk, I think it's a beautiful opportunity, and it will give a lot of encouragement and support to women like me to do the same, to work more, and to be able to go and have their voices out there.
Thank you for saying that so much. You are a trailblazer, and this is very well deserved. We are out of time. I just wanted to thank you for coming on, Lamia. Amun, you have made it possible. You created the Trinity over here, and we know that everything happens in threes. Three is extremely important, not just spiritually and business, but it's also important and symbolic for things that are to come. It takes three to make things happen, and I think we just found our trio. So thank you for having Lamia join us.
Well, I think Lamia has a lot more things that she would probably love to talk about in another podcast too, because she really has done a lot here in Egypt. So if you ever need more information, yeah, she's your go-to for sure.
I have a feeling we'll be having her on often.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
You guys are amazing.
Absolutely. Guys, listen, you definitely have to check out Egypt. I don't know how you're going to get there. I don't know when you're going to get there, but you have to get there. It should be on your bucket list. Egypt is one of the most ancient and culturally charged nations. It's located in North Africa in the historical Maghreb region. It's best known for being the land of the pharaohs and boasting an endless supply of ancient world wonders. Its capital, the sprawling Cairo, is a megalopolis distinguished for being the largest city in all of Africa and a tourism powerhouse, housing the landmark Egyptian Museum, where some of King Tut's artifacts and other treasure troves can be admired. Also, Egypt is relatively affordable and has a depreciated currency, which benefits Western visitors, converting their hard-earned tourist dollars into Egyptian pounds. That was Lamia Kamel, Egypt's top branding expert, founder of mega media event Narrative Summer and PR firm CC+. Impressively, she's also the founder of Flair Magazine Egypt. You can check them out on the gram at Flair Magazine EG, CC+ News, Narrative Summit. Definitely head to their website at cc-plus.com. And of course, you have to check out our awesome Amun Starr on the gram at Amun Starr. That's Star with 2 R's, or you could head directly to her website at amunstar.com. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. That was our Travel Treasures segment brought to you by Navé Travel. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Navé, a members-only travel portal exclusively available through Organo, offering members steep discounts on nightly or weekly hotel stays, cruises, auto rentals, excursions, and so much more. With its travel getaway portal, Navé makes the days of surfing multiple travel sites and spending hours evaluating the best deals done with. That's because with Navé, you are guaranteed the best prices. Plus, to gain access to an even more expansive collection of condos, hotels, cruises, vacation villas, fantasy getaways, and concierge service, there's Forever Weeks. Simply purchase a Navé Forever Weeks package one time and enjoy the benefits many times. With Forever Weeks, forever means forever. Not only does Navé guarantee you the best prices, but it is also one of the few travel portals Plus that pays a referral bonus, in addition to you earning rewards points, which can be redeemed on the Travel Getaway portal for further discounted hotel room rates. Become a member today and navigate the world of travel. Navé, the world for you to experience. For more information, go to navé.travel. That's Navé, N-A-V-E.travel.